This is completely based on you, how you tell an answer, how easily can able to give an answer. Okay, even any small hypothetical questions, you are able to give an answer. Means that need a practice to give an answer. It's all you about you and your thought process and all. Okay, so different questions will get a different kind of answers. Not required same answer. Everybody should give same answer is not required in a personal thing, right? Of course, every personal opinions, every personal things are different. Next, technical questions must be same answer, right? Depends upon the question and answer depends upon your the idea. So the answer may changes, but still always it is the basic answer is same. I will tell some few questions from it, like generally what we discuss. Okay, so let's from that one, how we are getting. So it is we are using a mobile phone. So then maybe question can be there. It's not a technology, it's not a something syllabus. Okay, so what is your mobile configuration? For example, I'm using Samsung mobile. My processor is Xenos processor. I didn't remember the number of that Xenon processor. Yeah, of course, it is some 6 GB RAM, 600 mAh battery, some 128 GB internal storage is there, for example. So basic information. And so why I'm using Android? Why not iOS? I have my own opinion. iOS is more costly, and importantly, iOS do not support so many other apps. So Android is supporting lot of apps are there. Okay. I'm a very good habituated to operate Android, not iOS, first of all. Storage, secondary storage means memory card I can insert it in Android. In iOS, I cannot, but I have to, if I have any additional storage requirement, I have to store in cloud. That is also not completely free. The only limitation is some certain limited part is Windows 10, Windows 11, or a Windows 2 Apple computers. People are buying a, if you see a movies or a serial, it's a below middle class person can use a Apple computer. Okay, so normal people cannot use the Apple computer. Why? Because of they don't require to use. Okay, so it's not about a money, guys. It is not about that. Serials and movies are different. Important is usefulness. For me, Windows is very useful. I can have to run multiple type of applications. So then different type of application support is required. Then I will use Windows operating system. Except Windows 10 operating system and certain applications. Most of the applications we can use trial versions, free versions. Okay, it's not required to buy everything kind of stuff always. But in Apple, it is really depends upon App Store. Based on that only we can download and install. And Apple comparatively Windows 10, it is a very costly. So I want quantity, not a cost or quality kind of section. I want a quantity. Why I need Android? I want quantity, not quality. Quality is a secondary part here. Quality, no difference in quality. So quality wise, yeah, no use difference. That quality is enough. It's not required. Like you need to wear a leather belt. Okay, you are wearing a 5,000 rupees leather belt, 5,000 rupees leather purse. What is the use of belt to support your pant? Right? That's the point here. And this is common question. What is your system configuration? How to check system configuration? You got a question that is, what is your system configuration? I think you guys are given. I'm not following up with you in that one. That is my Google Classroom. Okay. For your previous batch and your batch, both I didn't much following This one only one time follow up I have done. So this time I will check it. And I didn't get much comments also, only 5 comments. Good, I even in this. Thank you. So you have to tell about your CPU, your RAM, your hard disk, your operating system, and your, if you have a graphic card, you have to tell it. How to check system configuration? You can tell one or two options. You can tell about MS Info 32 or a DX diag, or maybe about your PC, or maybe task manager is much easy. You can go to task manager also, you can check the system configuration. Or MS Info 32, which is telling a system information. PX diag, it is also telling about your system configuration as well as your graphical configuration. So how to check system configuration? Which one is easy to explain for you? You can tell it. How to open a task manager? Okay, what is your system configuration? What is your RAM? How much RAM you have now? So like that. Okay. Next one is we discussed about a networking. Not networking. I started very simply about NICs, MAC addresses, IP addresses. Point is IP address and MAC address. What is IP address? What is MAC address? How to check it? So how to check a MAC address? Command is get MAC command, IP config all command. We can get it, or you can go to your control panel. Go to control panel, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. So go to control panel, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. So it is shows your adapter connectivity. So go to the your adapter, double click, details, connected adapter. So you can see your physical address is this one, means it is your MAC address. DHCP enable yes means you are getting an IP address from DHCP server. You can see the DHCP server address, and there is a proper IP address also there. This entire IP address information coming from DHCP server, and this information is from your adapter only. Yeah, you may get a doubts or when you shown last image, different image, different IPC, 192.168.1.112. If you look at here, it is 172.16 dot something dot something. Why it is different? Last time I when I take a class, that time same adapter, same system, same adapter. I'm getting 172.16. Now it is showing it differently. Understand the question, guys? Answer is secondary. Why I'm getting so I am getting now like this. Both are from DHCP because you don't know answer. I will tell an answer. Okay, no problem. Because when I showed that class that time, okay, I was in an office. I was in an office. In office, we have a DHCP server, and I got this IP address from that DHCP server. That DHCP configuration base only I got it. And now today I'm in my home. Okay, my home. In my home, again I have my router, which is act like a DHCP server for my system. So it is giving this kind of IP address. See, network changes, IP address maybe changes. Okay, automatically based on what is your DHCP server, your DHCP server is configuring and like that. Sometimes you may not feel difference, but definitely there is a change. Understand, guys? By this one, So this is how to check a MAC address and how to check IP address also there. I said IP address is a logical address, MAC address is a physical address. MAC address is given by manufacturer of NIC. IP address is given by either manually or automatically. So there is IPv4, IPv6 addresses. IP address can be changeable, MAC address cannot be. And next, ipconfig is one of the command to check the IP address. ipconfig all also will tell you the what is your IP address. So ipconfig all not only telling a IP address, subnet mask and default gateway. Also, we are getting a physical address means MAC address. DHCP enable yes or no. Yes means you are getting an IP address from DHCP server. No means the IP address is configured manually. Your DHCP server address and lease uptime and lease expiry that also we are getting. So this is how to check IP address, how to check MAC address. And we started a basics of networking, guys. So what is a network? Connection of two or more devices. What is networking? Communication between the connected devices. Okay. So network means connection. Networking means communication. Very good. Okay. Internet network means connection of
Two or more networks.
very good. Two or more networks. You have a different networks. You can, if you are connect those networks as a different networks only, then it is internet. You make a communication between them. It is inter-networking device. Very good. Of course, here I created a network. To create a LAN network, I need a hub or a switch and the devices I connected. Here also I created another network. Either I use a hub or a switch, I use it to create a network. But connect these two networks, I use a router. So router is an inter-networking device, okay, which makes a communication between different. You want to make a connection, means you want to create a network. You need NICs, cables, devices like hub switches kind of stuff. You want to do communication between the devices. The devices must have an IP address and you have to follow the connectivity. Network means connectivity. The physical layout of system connected means how systems are connected. Based on that, we are telling it is the physical topology. And what is the logical topology? Logical topology based on how you configure logical interface. Okay. So what are the physical topologies are there? Anyone?
Bus, bus, ring, mesh, star.
Very good. The important one is bus, ring, mesh, star,
Nice start.
hybrid topologies, and some other topologies like point to multi-point, three point,
Three topology.
three topology. Okay. So what we are using is star topology. In our LAN network, regular LAN network, we are using star topology.
Starts to punch.
Okay. So here it is different type of networks. Yeah, if you want, I will explain one by one, but it is take 1 day class, I think. Yeah, bus topology is simple to understand. Devices are connected to a single backbone wire. Okay. Can we increase the screen size? Backbone wire. Devices are connected to a backbone wire, and it is simple to configure. And the devices will communicating through this backbone wire only. Okay. So it is simple to configure, very cheap configuration. Means very less cost. But there is a problem. the backbone wire is somewhere it is some disturbance occur or a disconnection is occurs, further communication will stop. If one device or a wire to a device is broken, no problem. For example, C is down, no problem. C to backbone wire connection is down, no problem. But backbone wire is got a problem, means somewhere it is cut, so further communication is stopped. That is a bus topology. Next one is ring topology. One device is connected to another device, other device is connected to other device, like a last device is connected to first device. It communicates either clockwise or anti-clockwise, depends upon the how the algorithm is designed and how it is configured, programmed. Based on that, it will communicate. Okay. So if A want to send a packet to D, A to B, B to C, and C to D like that. D will send a packet to A, C to E, D to E, E to A. Okay. Of course, there is a double ring topology to make a communication in both the systems. Again, ring topology. If any device is failed, further communication also. If any wire is broken, further communication is stops. Next one is mesh topology. Every device is connected to all other devices. Do not worry, guys. In interview, they won't ask more questions. Each and every question they may not ask, but no one knows what they will ask. That's the part. Okay. So
Sir.
yeah. Okay. Just I'm revising because we got a lot of breaks in the last 2 weeks. Means we started now last week and this week. Now this week also we are getting some breaks again. So better recollect one information. So then we repeat like how we are telling now. So same things you do it. So then one shot, guys. If 1 hour you learn, you have to remember you have can able to tell anytime. That is the principle of learning. Okay. Even I do
Okay,
that.
sir. Okay.
This is a different laptop. So in my personal laptop, I have that materials. So I will show you how I learn. Okay. So whatever it is, devices are connected to each other. Every device is connected to all other devices is a mesh topology. Every device is connected to all other devices is a mesh topology. So where we use this mesh topology in the server rooms, SAN type of storages. Okay, SAN, storage area network. For routing places because they need a redundancy. Means if one of the devices failure, no problem, other devices will communicate each other. No, we don't want worry. One wire is broken, no problem. That point-to-point communication is missing, but remaining are communicating each other. So the one way or other way, the devices are communicating. Okay, so that's it is reliable network. But problem is it's a complex. The designing itself complex, more number of connections per devices, very difficult to scale. Means you cannot add more devices. Like in an organization, 100 members are there, means 100 connections. You have to make it. So that is a very difficult point. So take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 devices, how many wires? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, maybe this is 10. Okay. So almost all 10 wires I am using here. So 100 means definitely there is a 200, 300. Star topology. In our regular LAN network, we are using star. Why? Because it's simple to configure, easy to troubleshoot, and easy to scale. But not redundancy. Not redundancy like a star topology. Here it is also there is a benefits. If A is down, no problem. remaining devices will communicate. For example, D to the switch or hub is the centralized device. D to the wire is there, no? D wire is down. Only D device is not communicate. Remaining is communicate. So first 2 points, okay. Like if PC is down, no problem. Wire is broken, no problem. Remaining will communicate each other. And hub and switches, basically the device is having a LED indication, connection LED indication. So we can easily understand where is the problem, which connection is down based on the LED indication. Okay. So we have to use additional device here. Earlier we are using only cables, but in star topology, additionally we are using centralized device. If centralized device is down, total communication is stopped. Total communication is stopped. Okay. So, but star topology, why it is famous? It is because of easy to configure, easy to troubleshoot, and scalable. So you have 100 computers. We can connect all 100 computers in a single segment or a single LAN using by connecting multiple switches. Multiple switches. So I will connect one switch to another switch, and another switch to another switch, another switch to another switch like that. So these switches can connect it to devices. It is become a big extended star topology. So that is the main benefit of startup. So again, easy to configure. We need a centralized device, either hub or a switch. Device is connected to the centralized device called a hub or a switch. Easy to configure, easy to troubleshoot, and scalable. If any device is down or a wire is down, remaining communication is going there. But centralized device is down, all communications will stop. Okay. And we can extend, means scalable. So you can extend our star. So then by connecting our switch to another switch, another switch to another switch, we can connect a multiple number of devices. So these are the main things like a point-to-point topologies. Means a device is connected to another device directly. So then it is, we call it as a point to point. Point to point, multi-point means, for example, best example is the star topology also, point to multi-point. Because of, you can see switch and hub is connected to multiple devices. This is also point to multi-point. Okay, here point to point. Everything is point to point. This is point to point, this is point to point. A to switch, point to point. B to switch, point to point. G to hub, point to point. Point to multi-point. Switch or a hub is connected to multiple devices. And another example you have to tell it is point to multi-point is are not always like that. So point to multi-point is if you have a main branch and it is connected to the multiple sub branches. So what it is? This is one connection is going to multiple connection of remaining things. Tree topology is a backbone wire is there. To the backbone wire, they are connected. To the backbone wire, to this backbone wire, the devices are a other topologies are connected to this backbone. They simply say Geo Internet Services, they are doing like this one. They put a one big cable, fiber optic cable. From that one small connection from it, home connectivities, apartment connectivities, they are doing like that. Type of networks. So based on your geographical range or a size, you define different type of LAN, CAN, MAN, WAN. Guys, understand the okay with these topologies?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, LAN, CAN, MAN, WAN. Local area network, campus area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. So this is people from the textbook from olden days. This is a 4 standard lock area networks are there. But in some places nowadays, people are putting lot of area networks like a WAN area network, like that kind of stuff. WAN area network, VAN, yeah, like so many are there. VAN. Okay, how many ABCDs are there? All ABCDs, ANs only, ZAN, XAN, YAN. The people are creativity work that is. But out of all, I got interested to tell PAN and HAN also. Personal area network, home area network. SAN storage area network, guys. It is a storage solution in a enterprise organizations. Okay, how to store big data, not a concept of big data means huge data you are storing, right? Accessing of a data, block level data, accessing, okay, that kind of stuff. Redundancy in it, and type of storage. PAN personal area network. So all your personal devices, you are able to connect it. So using Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth connection, smart watches, smart shoes. These are all personal area network. Home automation things like a home area network, smart LED kind of stuff, smart TVs, home appliances, home controlling devices. Okay. Yeah. So local area network already we know. So that's why I was skipping that part. So local area means it is local network, guys. It is private network within your room or within your floor or within your building. So that is a LAN size. Maximum size is a building size. Okay. So you have a devices and you connect those devices in a simply with a hub or a switch. That is a simply LAN connection.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Campus area network. Yeah, campus area network means you have a university or a college, different departments, different buildings. You connect all these things together. People in this campus, within the campus, they can able to communicate each other, but they cannot communicate outside of the campus. So that is campus area network. Okay, within the campus, they will communicate. Outside, they cannot communicate. Man, within the metropolitan city. Within the city, what are the departments are there, what are the resources things, people are there. Okay, so they will connect it, they connect together and they will become they can start communicating. The size is metropolitan area network. So campus area network, metropolitan area network has its own limitation, but wide area network, it is global. See, entire global place, one geographical area to another geographical area, you can able to communicate. For example, our 70s office is located in a Exton, for example. Okay, or maybe it is in New York. I can able to access from our Hyderabad office. I can connect from Hyderabad office because the wide area network is providing that thing. Intranet and internet. You communicate within the local area network or your private network means that type of communication is intranet. So local and private. For example, I have a server, mail server is there, or maybe a web server is there, or maybe a database server is there within my private network. So I'm accessing it is because of it is a intranet. Internet. So you want to access google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com, which is not located in your private network. It is outside of your network. Somewhere it is located, right? So maybe your google.com in the Mumbai, or maybe it is in Singapore, maybe it is in Malaysia. Microsoft.com is located in Mumbai, and maybe it is in Chennai, maybe it is in Hyderabad. Okay, it is, but even though it is in outside of your network, so to access it, you need an internet connectivity. Okay. So to get an internet, take a subscription from internet service provider. So when you take a subscription, you pay amount, so they will give you a connectivity. Either it is telephone connectivity, fiber optic connectivity. Some are using this normal UTP, STP type of cables also. That is different type of connectivity. But whatsoever it is, it goes to your modem for a connecting internet. Modem is try to establish a connection with the ISP. So establish is ISP verify your account. Okay, then they will release the internet. They'll give the internet connectivity. That internet connectivity go to router. The router is actually inside of your home or office. That is your private network. But outside is public network. So outside public IP is required to communicate, but inside we are using private IP. That is your private network. So your router route between them, private to public and public to private, will route with them. It act like a default gateway of your local network. In this one again, we are using hub and switches for LAN communication. We want to create a WLAN, wireless access point, is required to create a WLAN. Routers are used for inter-networking, works in both LAN and WAN connection. Modems are used to connect to the internet via ISP using fiber optic cable or telephone cables. ISP means internet service provider. Guys, you may not seen the DHCP servers, DNS servers in your home and default gateways, modems, routers, wireless access point, switch or a hub kind of stuff. In generally, we are using a Wi-Fi router in our home. It act like all these things. It like a hub and switch, so then we can connect a normal computer with a wire. We can connect it through wirelessly because it is act like a wireless access point too, and it is a router which route between inside IP to outside. Modem which is actually make a communication to your internet. Default gateway, whatever your devices want to communicate outside of the network, you must go to default gateway. DHCP server, whenever you are connected in the network, you'll receive an IP address from DHCP. The local DNS server means when you open a page or maybe you are trying to communicate a remote machine with a name, so DNS server will give you an IP address. So your home router is having these many features inside, or office router, or Wi-Fi routers. Okay,
Yes, sir.
guys. Next one we will see about NIC. We know so network interface card. Okay, whether you are a wired or wireless connectivities, whether you are connecting the wired connectivity or wireless connectivity, we need a NIC. Without NIC, can connect it to internet. Wired type of NICs, wireless type of NICs. It is having either built-in on motherboard or maybe so you have to add it to get a connect. Ethernet port. You see Ethernet port.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for wired connectivity, Ethernet, fast Ethernet, and gigabit Ethernet type of NICs are there. So what is my NIC? My wired NIC, NCPA .cpl to go to network connections. This is a wide NIC. It is disconnected, so I can understand it is disconnected because of the crossmark. It is disabled. That's it is showing disabled, gray color. Connected. It is showing the signal and Wi-Fi. It's a Wi-Fi adapter and it is connected. It is disconnected. It is showing GBE family. Okay, we won't get any information. Maybe it is a 1 Gbps connectivity. These are virtual adapters. Okay, so wide Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet. So Ethernet means 10 Mbps, fast Ethernet 100 Mbps, gigabit Ethernet 1000 Mbps. Okay, the socket is RJ45 socket, RJ45 connector. For a Wi-Fi also, guys, there is a numbers are there 802.11 A, B, C, D like that. Okay, each one indicates certain. If you take N, so N type means it is support both two type of channels, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And also its maximum speed is 600 Mbps data transmission speed you are getting. Okay. Generally 2.4 and 5 gigahertz are there now. 5 gigahertz short distance. From your Wi-Fi router, you move a long distance, you may not get 5. You will get a 2.4. But less distance you are located, means your laptop is very near to your router. Maybe you will get a strong 5 gigahertz. So 5 gigahertz is a shorter distance, 2.4 for a little longer distance, not very long. So that is a NIC. So compulsory NIC is required to get connected. Every NIC has its own MAC address. In a cables also, I will tell only one or two things. First important is we are using twisted pair cables. Twisted pair means the pair of wires are twist each other. Pair of wires are twist each other. So it is unshielded twisted pair, shielded twisted pairs are there. Unshielded means there is no shielding on these wires. Okay, shielded. There is a shielding means there is a copper mesh on it. So what is the use of this copper mesh? To protect your signal from electromagnetic interference. If electromagnetic interference is there, your signal, main signal will get a disturbed. Okay. But because of this twist, also this little protection is there, and also number of twist increases, the attenuation decreases, speed of data transmission. So we are using UTP mainly, and some organization also uses STP. But we are not using coaxial cables, and in a regular network connection, we don't use regular network connection. We use UTP, not fiber optical, not a coaxial cables. So this is the RJ45 sockets, RJ45 wire socket kind of stuff. The wire is 8 wires wire, so that's why it is called a 4-pair wire. Each wire in this one has a color coded orange, okay, green, blue, brown colors are there. And with their white colors, white orange, white green, white blue, white brown. Okay, this wire we call it as a LAN wire or a patch wire it is. Currently we are using Cat6 cable. Cat1 is actually telephone cable. So that is the connectivity is also RJ11 2-pair cable it is. Remaining are 4-pair cables only, RJ45 connector But now we are using 1 Gbps type of communication. So minimum you have to use Cat 6. There is a tester to test the cable also. Fiber optic cables are better than copper cables. Why? Because fiber opticals are made up of glass, so the glass is cheaper material. Okay. And very high speed data transmission, very long distance communication is possible with the fiber optic. But we are not using fiber optical cables in a regular LAN communication. Why? Because of we are not having that facility to connect with that fiber optical wires directly out to our laptops or desktops, and we need a separate switch for that. Okay, because of no electrical signal, no metals in the data carrier, so then no electromagnetic interference. Okay, we are getting internet through our fiber optic cables only. It is under ocean. Okay, so fiber optical is for server side, SAN storages, core switching part also. Fiber opticals are importance is there, compulsory. But regular LAN communication, we don't use fiber optics. So we are use different networking devices, guys. Hubs, repeaters, switch, router, and modem. So hub is non-intelligent device. I will tell in a differences wise, guys. You take a hub, switch. Both are used for a LAN communication. Router connects to our LAN and also for WAN connectivity. Switch hub router. Modem actually make you connect. Modem. It is a for used to connect to ISP for internet. Hub is non-intelligent, do not understand IP address or MAC address. Hub broadcasts the package to every device in the network. Switch is intelligent device, understand MAC address of connected device, and map the MAC address and port number of switch port number where the device is connected. So like that, it will create a MAC address table. So initially switch broadcast the packets to every device like a hub, but switch once it checks the packet against to the MAC address table. Using MAC address table, it try to unicast the packets. The router is a layer 3 device, switch is a layer 2 device, hub is a layer 1 device. Okay. Router understand logical address. It works with the logical address pattern. Okay. It shows the best path to reach the destination. Router shows best path to reach the destination.
Destination.
Okay. So we want to reach google.com. So how to reach? There are so many routers are there. So these routers, they will tell you which path is a better to reach the google.com. So modem is not involved in it, but because it's a modem, which actually try to connect it to internet. Once it is connected, is there. So modem will give the internet to your router. So these are the differences.
Okay, sir.
So simple way, just for recollection only. And if anybody asks, you said switch is a layer 2, and there is a layer 3 switch. Do you know? Yes, there is a layer 3 switch used for both functionality like a switching and routing functionality, mainly in a inter-VLAN routing and BTP type of communication. Yeah, I told about ping and the trace RT, guys. Ping is a command used to test the communication between the devices. You send a ping request, the destination received your request and reply to you with a, echo response voice. Okay. Ping is a command used to test connectivity between the devices. Ping use ICMP protocol uh, to do this ping command. Okay. Ping send a echo request to the destination, and destination send a echo response according to your ping. Okay. So I try to know whether I can able to reach google.com or not. So I try to reach google.com. So I am trying to test, can I reach to google.com? Then I'm getting reply from google.com. Here, how I reach the destination. Trace RT will tell you how you reach the destination. How you reach the destination. Okay, so I google.com located somewhere in the distance, right? So not exactly in the physical location. Location of IP addresses. It's a Google's IP address. Organization, California region. IP address is belongs to California region. Same it is showing information. Okay, see Beam Telecom. Because it's a HET connection there. Okay, so trace RT means how you reach the destination from your laptop, and next is your default gateway. Next, another router, another router, another router. Finally, you reach your destination, and you will get a reply from like automatically. Okay, so how you reach that destination is telling by trace RT, and can you reach the destination or not by ping. By ping responses, we can understand where is the problem. You're getting a reply from destination IP address, no problem. Maybe you'll get next time, but not currently, no problem. You send a ping request to the device, then you got destination host not reachable from your device IP address. Okay. Destination host not reachable, meaning is unable to reach what we can say Either destination is not there or you given a wrong IP address. Your IP address is entered is wrong, or maybe you're disconnected at switch level or router level. You are disconnected. System is shut down, IP address wrong, or maybe some other things. Really, the device is not available. Wrong IP address also. Okay. Destination host like a request timed out means all issues like a maybe wrong IP address, maybe device is not available, maybe it is disconnected, kind of stuff. Wrong IP address possibility also there. And also there is their device firewall is blocking our communication. So then it is request timed out also will come. Okay, maybe different network addresses, not unavailable network IP addresses. Based on the ping response, we can understand where is an issue. Based on that, we can able to solve.
Okay, sir.
So everybody okay with this? Like guys, recollected at least somewhat better.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So
Yes, sir.
small break. We'll continue from here. Actually, I want to start a new topic, but better once you polish, so we will remember that. So from here, we'll go into protocols, OSA model, and IP addresses. We'll see. And also any questions, any answers, you have a doubts or anything, we can do it. So take a small break, guys. Come back in a 450.
Okay, sir.
450.
Oh, okay, sir.